Hello, everybody. I am SunPsychic Jean. Please welcome to Tuesdays with TarotStache and Wisdom Seeker Joan. It's
Oh,
so
wow.
nice to see everybody. Thank you all for being here. What a wonderful Tuesday. And Gerald, I love your background. Tell us a little bit about this background.
This is a background that I like. I got it off of Etsy, and it's the Wheel of the Year. So when 8 times a year, I'm focused on what we're changing and what energy is shifting. We are heading into Beltane here in the Northern Hemisphere. In the Southern Hemisphere, we're at Samhain, which is Halloween. So Beltane is all about passion, love, sensuality, and what things are you wanting to have come to fruition in your life, because it's a very fertile time because it's finally sunny out. So
Mm-hmm.
it's great. It's
It
great.
is. It's
Yeah.
it's a wonderful motivator, and I love. Obviously, my favorite part is that the sun comes up earlier and stays up later. The sun the duration of the sunlight is so much longer, and I love that. I can
Yep.
get so much more done.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well,
How are
that
you,
makes sense.
Joan?
I'm doing great, and it makes sense with Beltane that we were just discussing before the show that we're getting more requests about love reading. So
Yes.
people are feeling it.
Yes. Oh yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So it.
And we have Dancing Debbie here and Golden Yellow. Thank you guys for coming. So nice to see you. And
Mhm.
Pooja is here. Nice to see you as well. And I was just telling everybody that I recently had a psychic fair on Sunday, and it was wonderful. I met Linda Kennedy. If everybody knows Linda Kennedy from the community here, she came to visit me, and it was really nice. We have a picture together. She said, I need a picture to show Allie. Because Allie says, if you go see Jean, get a picture.
There you go.
So it's really fun. And I met Steve, Steve, and I met Susie 007, and I met Lark Kemper. So it's really nice to meet the community. And I can just imagine, I haven't had the opportunity to go to any of the retreats that are offered in the community, but I can just imagine how wonderful it is to see everybody there too. You really do build a connection.
Absolutely.
How fun.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And Lisa is saying, hi, Gerald. And
Hi,
Pooja
Lisa.
wants to know messages from spirit. We are taking, I'm sorry, I forgot my book here. We are going to be doing messages from your loved ones, or if you would like a message from your loved one, just kindly give us the name and relation. Also, pets, the name and type, spirit guides and angels. We just ask that if you could use caps and emojis, it just helps us to be able to pick it out of the crowd there. But thank you everybody for coming. So nice to see you. And Lisa is saying hi, Joan. It's amazing. I was with Ness. You guys, I don't know how you do it. You get the quickness of some of these chatters. Isn't it amazing?
It is.
It really is. I mean, and that just, they are the best chatters.
Yes.
They are the best chatters. But also, I don't know if we also have the work lurkers. We have the best lurkers. We also have the future lurkers.
Yes.
And we have the flying lurkers. Sometimes there are people who are watching us while they're flying in an airplane.
Wow.
And so, and the last one that I have not made yet is the in the tub lurkers.
I heard that the other day. I
Yeah.
watched you. I watched your. I love those. I love those that you do with. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Christy?
Long Man Tarot.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And the tarot creator, and you guys, and it's just so very interesting and insightful, and it's a beautiful collaboration. And I heard somebody saying that they were calling from their tub. I have had a private reading with somebody in her tub, And she was also from Scotland, and I could barely understand her because she had such a thick Scottish brogue. And she says, I can't, she says her kids and her husband, they're very religious. They don't believe in this and they won't. So she has to pretend, honey, take care of the kids. I'm going into the bath. So she runs the bath and she was whispering, and with it, I could barely but it was an amazing reading.
I love that. Well, and water is a great conductor. So if they're radiating out their energy, it makes it even easier to capture that. I love that.
It was this is just when I was cutting my teeth and getting started there. Mm-hmm. And Anne Svantek says it's been 25 years since or 24 years since her dad's been gone, since May 1st, 2000. Yeah. Isn't that amazing that it's been 24 years since May 1st, 2000?
Yeah.
And Sherry Luke is here. Evelyn is here. Will of Love. Nice. Listening while driving. I also do sometimes if I'm getting started, I'll say I'm driving, but it goes in and out as I'm driving. So I try the best I can. There's no way I'm going to text when I'm driving. But it's something to listen to. So you want them to know, it's fun. Mm-hmm. It's fun. So thank you, Will of Love, and be careful. All right. So Lisa, we'll start with Lisa. And she says, is there a message for me from my father, Gary? I'm wondering if he's still practicing languages in his joy in life. Oh, interesting. I think, let's see.
The short answer is, Lisa, duh, of course he is, because now he's working, he's helping students learn languages by sort of supporting them from the other side. And there's this beautiful, it's sort of like it's like a relaxing to allow their understanding just to broaden beyond just the simple language that they already know. And energetically, it's adjusting them to hearing the different vibrations and allowing that to strike a chord with their bodies. So it comes naturally. I pulled over some cards, Lisa. These are my, I'm talking to people who have passed over. High Priestess, Major Arcana, definitely working intuitively. I got the Star, which is a Major Arcana, which is the universe is conspiring for your success. And then I got Strength. So this card is another, so 3 cards, all 3 Major Arcana. Of course he is. He's doing it. He's having a lot of fun with it. And he's understanding that his love of language comes from some of his special spiritual or energetic connections, is what I get for you, Lisa. So that's it's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing.
Wonderful. Joan?
Yeah, I saw him doing some work with language, also helping inspire technology, like translation technology, futuristic, that. But then most of the pictures I was getting was he was working with a different language, and that's the language of music. It was almost like, in Charlie Brown with Schroeder, like all the staff was there, and it was like the whole book, the whole symphony. And he was saying, this is like language, except more so, because you have so many different voices going on at the same time and coordinating it all, and just kind of enjoying the similarities and the differences between written and spoken language and musical language. So he's both enjoying both of them, and and also is just sending you lots of love. And I pulled a card and this is what he, I pulled 2 cards and he said, oh, this one, the Archangel Chamuel, be what you want to attract. And the message there was more it was more of a pat on the back that you're doing that rather than an admonition to do it, always do it more. But it was his recognition that you do that. And he's very happy that you do.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow. That was really very interesting and similar to what I was picking up as well. Both of you were touching on it, but I was picking up like light language. I was picking up telepathy and all types of communications, the way that we communicate, the way that they communicate, and how to communicate just in communications itself. All types of vibration and frequency, which is what Joan was saying with the notes, and I think that Gerald was saying with the different types of vibration and frequency that we feel and sense, and it's amazing. I was in the very beginning. I don't know if you heard me say, "Oh," and then I thought, no, let me just dip in and see. But what I've heard is people who are really good and enjoy languages are an old soul, and they've had such a history of different languages that they can remember and that come up. But that's just like a human viewpoint. But that was really neat from your father, Gary. And he's he's very intelligent and quite, he's easygoing, but he has focus on that too. So that was really nice. Ooh, all right. Okay. An English and special education educator, I guess. I'm doing the best to follow his example and learning languages. By the way, he was tone deaf. You're kidding.
Wow.
I wish I could learn light language, but one at a time, right? Wow. Wow.
That's cool.
Interesting. Very nice. Well, thanks for sharing that, Lisa. We appreciate that follow-up. Hi, Pamela. Thank you for coming. So nice to see you. And Lottie B, nice to see you. Let's see who we have up here. I have Nancy Riker, and after Nancy is Golden Yellow. Okay. All right. So Nancy would like a message from her brother, Toby. Okay. All right. Thank you, Nancy. I like that name, Toby.
Well, Nancy, I don't know how long it's been since he's passed over. It feels very much like he is. Just say it, Gerald. It feels like he's taking some tests to find out whether or not he can move on to the next incarnation or to the next mission. He's a bit distracted. There's so much stuff going on that he would like to be included in. There's so many possibilities. I do have a sense of that he is finding his own structure and what it is that makes him feel solid. If that makes any sense. He's really getting his understanding. So he's okay, and you want a message from him. Your message is to keep showing up, keep doing the small things that you need to do, because the small things show up and they build up, and to make sure that you're take care of your house this during the summer if you're in the northern hemisphere. It feels like you just got to make sure, walk the perimeter and make sure that you're not missing anything is what I have for you. So
beautiful. Yeah, when I tuned in, I saw him. Well, no, I think I see you. I saw you on a riverbank. It was a nice river, not real wide, and it was pretty calmly flowing. And you were skipping stones over it. And I was looking from his vantage point on the other side. And so the stones were kind of coming toward him, and there were stepping stones between you, but the stepping stones were like underneath that much water. So it's like you're still connected, you can still get there, but it's not real apparent, it's not real obvious, it's not really easy. But he's there and he's watching you, and there's something about about skipping stones. I don't know if that's something you did together, or if it's something he's making reference to. That's something that, it's kind of like riding a bike. You learn, or you might do it when you're a kid or when you're young, and you can pick it up again. But it takes some doing to learn it. But it's one of those skills that once you master, you can kind of brush off the cobwebs and do it more. So I think he's saying to, whether it was skipping stones or something else that you have worked at, and maybe the two of you worked at together, that he's encouraging you to pick that up again. And he's there watching you. And I got two cards for you. One is the woodpecker, who's saying use your discernment and fortitude to achieve the goals you find, and to achieve your goals and find a new ribbon. But that's kind of like what I was seeing, that like the skipping stones, to whatever it is, just use your fortitude and discernment and keep going. And then I also got the Archangel of Serenity saying weave a new story. And I'm thinking that may relate to him more, about he might be in this place that's a little changeable, that, kind of like Gerald was saying, that he's considering his options and deciding, does he want to come back, or does he want to work on something else over there? So yeah, he's weaving his own story, and he's encouraging you to too. How about you, Jean?
Wow, that was amazing. Thank you, guys. So I got something just a little bit unusual. The first thing that came in from Toby was, I saw the tusks of an elephant, and I was asking, what was this? What do you mean? Why are you showing me this? And what I understood was that the ivory was a precious material. I also picked up that he may have been interested in natural sciences. I see him maybe studying or interested in natural sciences. I do see him as a taller man, and I see him as long waisted. And those guys where the shirt tail never stays tucked in, and the belt is like so low, that the shirts don't reach the belt and they have to keep tucking it in. I'm not sure if this is if your brother is long waisted, and I just see his shirt tail hanging out a lot. I see that he has a huge heart, a wonderful heart, very kind. He's a little bit quiet. I feel like he is studious a little bit quiet, retrospective and introspective, and but he has a really big heart. I did try and ask him about, and when he told me he had a really big heart, that I could see that, like the long waisted, and he says, but I'm very lovable. And he's just given me this feeling. And so I said, oh, was it your heart? Is that the reason that you passed? And he said, no, it's more like I did a deduction and I got liver disease. So I'm not sure if that had any, he just said organ failure. There was another organ that was failing. He said it was like a complication, and it all, and he did live a relatively long life, but he's very interesting. So let us know, Nancy, if any of that makes sense to you. Hi, Sam B from Australia. Oh, very nice. Okay. Oh, her brother was mentally challenged, and her best friend were inseparable. He tried to come in through a dream last night.
Oh,
He's the sunshine. Wow.
Wow.
Well, that actually makes a lot of sense to me because he's working really hard at making sure that he gets the tasks done that he needs to do. I saw this repetitive tasks. It's very interesting. So thanks for letting us read for you, Nancy. Wow.
Yeah.
What a gift.
Interesting. And Craig Dixon just popped in. Nice to see you, Craig.
Craig.
All right. So I said that I think did I say golden yellow was next? I think I did.
Yes.
I think so.
I'll start jotting it down, you guys. I'm sorry. So after golden yellow, we need a little bit of a break with the mediumship in between. So we're going to go after that. We'll go with Dancing Debbie after golden yellow. Just a little palate cleanser.
Sure.
So I'll write Debbie down so I know who's next. So golden yellow says, "Oh, may I please get a reading?" So that is our. I'm sorry, guys. I don't really read them till I pop them up.
No, I completely understand.
Can I get a reading?
So golden yellow, I have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is a card about, it's sort of the meh card. You're feeling you've been stuck in some of your energy for a while, and you're looking forward to the seasons changing. And it's now here's the great thing is you're being offered some new experiences to help you feel things differently emotionally, to feel them at a deeper level. I would say, for entertainment purposes only, it may be time for you to go on a little road trip. If you have a car and you can fill up the tank and you can drive for a little bit, just get a change of scenery. And so with that one, it feels very much like a change of environment. Golden yellow would actually help you get inspired to do some of the things that you've been holding on to. So, this is a great time of the year for that, to get inspired, being outside, getting into the sun, enjoying that. There's a real feeling of it's time for you to, that thing that you've been thinking about, you've been wanting to do, get out and move a little bit and then do it. Because it's ready. It's ready for you to meet it, is what I have for you. And I feel like I'm shouting. I'm sorry. It's like, oh yeah, do it. It's fun. It's good. It's good. Golden yellow, do it.
Yeah, I think that makes so much sense compared to, or in light of what I was seeing and feeling. When I tuned into you, golden yellow, it was like immediately every muscle just kind of melted and relaxed. I didn't know how uptight I was. It was just this incredible feeling of relaxation. And then I was picturing like being in a rowboat on a lake on a summer day and like lying down and in the hull of the boat and just feeling that rocking and just incredible sense of just being really, really relaxed. And I'm not sure if like you're that way all the time, or they're encouraging you to find that place. But it was, oh my word, I went on like a 60-second retreat or something. It was wonderful. And just as intensely as I was feeling that, I was feeling my third eye, the vision, and coming in for you. And I think putting the two together, you're going to find your inspiration and the answers you're looking for by just getting really relaxed and focusing on seeing the world through God's eyes when you're in that incredible state of relaxation and rest and love. And when I pulled cards for you, I got the Archangel Ariel, who is encouraging you to connect with nature.
Oh wow!
And that's a good way to become relaxed. And also got the Owl, who's saying your intuition is correct. Follow your inner wisdom without fail. So yeah, find that relaxing place and open yourself up spiritually. And I think just give yourself that opportunity to kind of take a kind of a mini vacation.
I like that.
Wonderful. So golden yellow, I definitely feel like you're a light worker here. I felt like you definitely have the connection, like these two said, and that your connection is through nature, and in the sense that I see you, that love and peace, and a little bit more of like a natural bohemian type of style, or energy. There's like an energy to you that all of these things are really important to you, and you almost it's not that you don't love material possessions, but you understand the meaning, and there's this balance that that you don't take more than you need, and you don't leave something behind. There's this balance that you understand with the energies around you, with Gaia as well. I feel like you may have come, or some of your spirit guides may be coming in on the golden ray, of light, and the it's like an angelic what is those group of angels called, but like an angelic I can't think of the word, but a collection of angels, and you've received these messages. You are guided, and I feel like you've always known this, that you see things a little differently than other people, but they want you to do exactly what Joan and Gerald said, and to go out and to relax and to explore and to have fun. And these things are not selfish. These things are not in spite of all the worries in the world. These are things for you to grow and to expand in your own soul's vibration, and to anchor those energies and those frequencies here on earth. The more fun you have, the more good you can do. It really does work like that. And that's it in a nutshell. Does that make sense?
I'm going to add golden yellow. I also get the sense that you going out and being in different places in the world is a sign of you're bringing luck to people that you may not know. There's something that you do with your energy that just sort of just activates it, and things, good things happen around you. So there's that.
Wonderful.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you, Golden Yellow. And please let us know, how that resonated with you. If it resonated with you, we appreciate any feedback for you. So we have Debbie that is next here. And after Debbie, I have Miranda. Debbie says, I want to move to a bigger apartment. Will it happen within a year?
Okay, it's pendulum time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting a gentle yes, but Dancing Debbie, it's gonna it's going to happen toward the end of the year, end of the 12 months. And remember, it's a good thing to be willing to wait and to not rush it. So, but right now you have to hold off on trying to make some decisions that you may be making them too quickly, too early. But you get your house ready, get your house and your mental state ready, and then be willing to. That way, when the flower blooms, you will be ready to show up and to move it. Is what I have for you, Debbie.
Yeah, when I asked, are you going to find a new place within a year? And it said yes. And how about 6 months? No, not within 6 months. And I got closer to 7 or 8 months. But and then when I pulled a card for you, I got the Condor, who said, hold the highest vision for your life. You now possess the ability to move past any hurdles. And the condors, they soar so high. And so I think that it's, it might be disappointing that you're not going to be in a new place more soon or more quickly than that. But this is a good time to start envisioning what you want and hold that highest vision. And that will help you bring it in.
Absolutely. I do see something stalling for you, Dancing Debbie, and perhaps there's like another consideration or something else that is unexpected that you may have to consider or take care of before you do. So it seems like the plans are heading towards what you are planning, but something sort of comes up or makes you want to, oh, let me give this some more time. I don't know if it's interest rates, I don't know if it's prices, I don't know, or if it's, some sort of a kickback. There's something else that you want to wait for. So I feel like it's heading in one direction, and I would keep moving in that direction. And if there is something that comes up, it's not so unexpected. But I wouldn't wait and then start, thinking or looking a lot later. I would still move towards your goal, but understand that, it's that it could have a reprieve, or it could have something that comes up that you consider that you may need to take care of before you make your final decision. So that's what I was getting. Maybe delayed a little bit, but thank you very much, Dancing Debbie. And Golden Yellow says, thank you all for the reading. They're wonderful messages. I resonate with all of them. Very on point.
Thank you.
Thank you, Golden Yellow.
Yes.
Okay. And I have Miranda is here. And after Miranda,
Ryan, she said in the next, I think his name is Ryan.
okay.
She put it in the next.
Yeah.
Next.
There you go.
Is it you? Who's at? Oh, Sharabi. Okay. After Miranda is Sharabi. So she says, I would love a message from my late brother, and his name is Ryan. Thank you, Miranda. So let's see if we can connect with Ryan. Is he your twin? Is he really close to you? I feel like somebody's really close to you. Like he's your friend, he's your buddy, you two shared a place together when you were in college, something. He's really very close to you. Go ahead, Gerald. Sorry.
I was just, for some reason, I was getting a picture of somebody pulling your pigtails, and it was annoying, but it was an understood. Yes, we're very close. Yeah, he's pulling your pigtails, and I don't know if you've been feeling recently pigtails being pulled or something, some nudges. I feel that we are twins, but he is 22 months older. Here's the interesting thing, Miranda. It feels like he's trying to get your attention for something, because you're missing an opportunity to be happy in a new way that you haven't been happy before. It's this very much, it's like, look at this, pay attention to this. And he's getting louder and louder. And it's almost like he's like going, hello. And for that to happen, you sort of have to cross through some dingy water, things that are hard, but stick with it, because Miranda, I think the message really is, you are totally freaking lovable. You're the only one who doesn't realize that. And so just because you don't believe it, it's not going to stop other people from believing it and experiencing it. And you need to let that in a smidge. So he's going to be pulling your pigtails or something like that, trying to shove you to get you to pay attention to these things. So, I mean, did you say 22 months older? So he wants to be the big brother and like, oh, don't make this mistake. Don't miss this opportunity. It's a lot of fun. Do it. It's okay. So, and he does have a very sly sense of humor, and or wry, maybe that's the right word. But he's got, yes.
Ryan. Well, you said Rye. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'd forgotten about that. But he's got this. He sort of looks and he sort of cocks his mouth sideways a little bit. It's like, know what I mean? So, there you go.
Sometimes they make us say a word for a different reason.
True.
Good catch.
Yeah, very good catch.
So when I was tuning in, I saw this young man, and he had dark hair, and he was kind of like, it looked like it was in tactical gear, a black kind of outfit, although it didn't seem associated with military or police. It was more like a cartoon character or an anime character or something like that. And then he had this thing on his chest that was like a crystal or a light, and he turned it, and it was just this laser beam that went. That is the crooked smile. Very good. It was this laser beam that connected you. And then I saw him, that he's really tuned into you and he's looking out for you. And then he started I saw more of where he was. He was kind of in this mountainous area, lots of rocks and rough terrain. And the message is through the connection and almost like signaling you with a mirror or whatever it is that he's using through this light connection. He's leading you through rough terrain and to this higher meadow or where things are going to be okay. And I don't know. I wish I could remember all the cartoons and stuff that my son used to watch, because it reminds me of something like that. Like, I don't know if it was the guy in Pokemon or something like that, but he looked sort of stylized, like a more modern cartoon character or something. So I don't know if he was into that, but he was definitely saying that, he's really looking out for you and leading you through tough times. And when I pulled cards, I got the Finch, new opportunities and choices are opening, so you can claim them now. And then I got the Archangel Sandalphon, who's saying center and ground. And I don't know, I thought this was interesting that they're both kind of the same color, sort of this golden color. And that golden light might have some, I just was going to point it out, it might have some significance to you, but he's working with light, and then all this golden light is coming in too. So there's definitely this connection. I can see it.
Brilliant.
Mhm.
Brilliant. I love that. Oh my gosh, Miranda, you're going to want to go back and listen to that again. And Gerald's again. Oh my gosh. He's such an amazing communicator, and he wants you to know to let your light shine and to let others in. And you're very much protective. You're very much cocooned. You're very much holding your breath, and he just wants you to shine your light and let others in. It's okay. And the light, and he that's brilliant that Joan is talking about light. I think he's sending you like light codes, and he's talking to you, trying to get you to connect with him through the light, through the frequency. It's amazing. Oh my gosh, I wish we had like an hour to dive into this. He's really, really, and he's like Gerald said, he's all around you, showering you with love and bringing you up and saying, be the most that you can be. We need you here on this earth, and to shine your light and to communicate and to open up. Now, I do know, I just want to give you guys a little secret that Miranda is a drummer. So she's very intuitive, and she's very I think that's where she gets into that meditative kind of, you have to be to be an amazing drummer. I love the way, and she said her family is musical. I love that. And he's just an amazing individual. He showed me right away, I'm her twin. I'm her best friend. I'm sticking to her like glue, and I didn't go anywhere. I'm not gone. I'm right here with you, and trust that what your thoughts and feelings are for real. It's definitely him. But yeah, all the best to you, Miranda.
So, Joan, you were talking about helping over rough waters and things like that. I got the Six of Swords, which is someone in a boat taking someone over rough water so that they can get to the other side.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, wow.
Cool.
I love reading with the two of you. Thank you.
It's so fun.
And we could go on a journey and go into that cartoon-like situation that Joan saw and unpack that whole
We
thing.
could.
That's just the tip of it. He's trying to communicate in so many different ways, Miranda. Well, thank you
Yeah.
for coming, and thank you for your question. And Brian's a very special soul, so thank
Mhm.
you. Okay, so I did say that Sarabi is next, and
Mhm.
after Sarabi, I don't know if anybody else wants to pick a question. It's hard for me to choose sometimes. We'll go with Janet. Janet DC will be next after Sarabi. And so Sarabi wants to know if her salary, she's offered a package each year, and she wants to know if she'll get an increase in her package, in her salary for this year, in this year.
It for me, for entertainment purposes only, for me, it does not feel like it's a monetary increase, but it's an increase in opportunity, an increase for some additional responsibilities, which could lead to an increase in salary. But it feels very much like it feels very much like they're aware of what you bring. The company itself may not be ready to give you the money, but it feels like they are looking for ways to keep you engaged and interested. They don't want to lose you. So is what I'm feeling. So be willing to think about and listen to what they're saying. You don't, just because you're thinking about and listening to it doesn't mean you have to say yes, but be willing to have the conversations. That's what I have for you.
Yeah, and I asked, and specifically about money, and it said yes, and fairly, and maybe as much as 10%, which is in the corporate world, that's quite a lot. So there's definitely the potential there. And when I pulled a card, I got the Blue Jay. Time is right to access and master your abilities. And one of the things about the Blue Jay is they are very versatile. They have so many different calls that some people say if you hear a call that you don't recognize, it's probably a Blue Jay, because they just make so many different calls. So I think they're recognizing that you're versatile. You have a lot of different gifts and so don't sell yourself short. And they see that too, that you're sort of multidisciplinary or multi-talented. How about you?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Sorry, Joan, go ahead.
Oh no, what did you get?
It's what I did my pendulum, and I saw that it was around October, but very similar to what Gerald said, that they're not ready to give it to you. They don't want to give it to you, and it's very much like a budget thing for them. But just ask for it retroactively so that you can get it when they're ready to give it to you. But you'll also be getting it for all of this time of your contract, and it's wonderful that I do feel that you're in demand and you require, or you it's a high salary is definitely balancing your skills and dedication and hard work and prep and all the preparedness and all the schooling and education that you had to do in order to get there. So definitely stick to your guns, and good for you. I'm very happy for you.
I think the key that you said, Jean, is ask for it. Just go ahead and articulate that out loud, and then let them engage you in that conversation and be willing to hear what they're saying. So yeah.
Yeah, and the timing. I didn't ask about timing other than end the year. So that makes sense to me too.
That's wonderful. Okay, so Janet is next, and after Janet, I have Pamela W. Okay, so Janet says, may I please have a message from my dad, Richard? They called him Dick, on what should I do about my housing? Will I stay or have to move? Thank you. Oh, Janet, I think I remember reading for you here. And the reason why I remember reading for you here is because I remember that your beautiful icon, I think you were talking about if you were able to move with your pets. And I remember because it broke my heart. So Janet, do you mind if I give them a little bit of background? I do feel, I think it was some situation that the landlord sold the building, and the new landlord wants to rehab it or something and asked you to leave. Oh, things keep shifting. I see. She says things keep shifting. I think there's like some sort of change in the landlord, that she has to move, doesn't have to move. Something's going on, but she's really at a crossroads.
Yeah.
I think she's been there for quite some time. Yeah. And it's a dire situation, Janet. So let's see what Dad has to say.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on that does not specifically involve you. It involves the apartment or where you're living. And I don't know your dad. I don't know Dick. But he is, I'm getting a feeling you should definitely be looking for other options in case they start to pull things out from under you. And so that there's a sense of preparedness. He wants you to be prepared. He is feeling that this is, okay, Dick. He doesn't like that you're not feeling safe where you are because they're going to pull the rug out from under you. He's not happy with that at all. And he's sort of getting really gruff about it. He's like going, ain't nobody going to do that to my daughter. And so there's a sense of like he wants to charge on them to make sure that they know what they're doing. But there is this moment is it could give you an opportunity to really shift and move. It could be beneficial for you, but right now it's really confusing, and let's because you don't know. Yeah, no more stress. Yeah, more stress than I've ever felt. Yeah. And so I mean, and Dad is, I get the feeling is it's almost like, okay, grow up a bit, dear. This is what needs to happen. So I would say Dad is sort of feeding you some tidbits. But yeah, because yeah, that's okay. He's fading out. So that's what I have for you. So
yeah, when I tuned in, Janet, I just saw you as well. What I saw is what looked like an angel flying way above the ground, and kind of like a B-52 or something. This big, huge angel zooming out and seeing the broader perspective, just kind of stepping back and taking a view of the total situation and kind of reassessing all your options, thinking of, are there nonprofits who could help me? Are there programs through the government? Are there, any kind of resource that I could go to, a legal aid society or anything, just to help you assess your options. And then I saw your dad taking your hand, and you had a golden bracelet on it, but it was like a chain of like a big links of gold. And it made me feel like, oh, that's really beautiful, but it's also, is there something about money that's chaining you to this place? And is it time to break those chains and consider other options? It's like really heavy with you, because it's like, okay, I've been wearing this bracelet all my life, but now it might be time to take it off and consider other options. But yeah, he's there with you and wants you to, both take the high view of things and look for other options, just in case your preferred method of resolving this isn't going to work out. Jean, how about you?
That's beautiful. I love that analogy. I love that gold bracelet. I love that money is chaining you, and it's just, I saw a zigzag, like a zigzag wave, and I feel as though this is almost the universe. And I'm getting this reading the situation, not necessarily from your dad, but I feel like this is the universe, sort of like you're very comfortable and you're very tightly secured in your house, and they're just like scooting you this way and scooting you that way, and maybe you have to leave, and maybe they're going to sell, and they're, and the universe makes us uncomfortable so that we make a choice or make a move. We would never move if the universe didn't make us uncomfortable. So I feel as though it is in your highest good to move to a place where there's less stairs. You're not as alone. You're, with other people. Maybe you want to think about for the remainder, the second half of your life or something, someplace where you can, where things would be better for you overall. And it's very, very difficult to move from a secure location that you've been there for so long and that you feel attached to because you own part of it. But I feel like everything happens for a reason, Janet. And the up and down is almost like them nudging you this way. And the way you said that the things keep shifting. It's like they're being gentle and moving you up, and then okay, now it's okay. Now moving you up. But you know what? In the end, when you get to your new place, you will really be like, this is the best the best decision I've made. I don't know why it's almost like you're staying there because you're comfortable and you don't want to change, obviously. But it's like you don't know how wonderful it will feel to change your location. Plus, if you're a light worker, we are all moving. How many people do you see ask about moving? People are moving because of their energy. You can't, the earth and the community needs your energy to get up and move and be more mobile and lifted and just changing. It's important for us to do this. It does also remind me of my mom, and she was in her house for like 30 years, and she loved that house, and it was like pulling teeth to get her out, and she would cry, and we'd be like, sorry, we know this is not good for you to be here by yourself anymore. She's in a 1-bedroom apartment. It is absolutely gorgeous. She has all the latest amenities. There's nothing breaking down. She has tons of people around her. She's as happy as she's like, if I'd have known this, I would. I'm like, no, Mom.
Yeah,
So
there
I
you go.
see the struggle, but just consider that this is all happening for a reason, and try and go with the flow, and consider what it could be.
Yeah.
But I do understand the difficulty, Janet.
Janet asked a question. It's like, should I grow up or my brother? And you both need to grow up, and Dad is going to take care of helping your brother understand, because I have 2 piles of cards. One is the Emperor with the Page of Swords and the 8 of Swords. Uncomfortable. Your brother's got his eye on something, and that's all he's seeing. But for you, I have all Wands, which is new energy. excitement, the Ace of Wands, something moving, Four of Wands, a solid foundation. And I think what Joan said is I mean, check out what's around you. And if you're selling the house and you've got stake in this, again, for entertainment purposes only, you may get some money too that can go into something else. But dad's going to take care of your brother. Listen to me, that sounds so horrible. Dad's going to have a man-to-man with your brother. I don't know.
Your brother's going to help you. Your brother's going to help you. They're going to make sure that your money from the place will go to your highest good, and you don't have to buy a new place. You can start renting and use that money as your nest egg, and it's all going to work out for you, Janet. So we wish you all the best, and we know it's not easy. So please do take care of yourself through this transition. So sweet, Janet DC. And so real quick, we're heading down the stretch. We have Pamela, and Pamela, we read for her dad yesterday, and she wanted to know if her mother Donna has a message for her. And they were very they came through very clearly and very strongly. So let's see if we can pick up your mother Donna. Purple Elephant Deb H is here. Hey, Deb.
Hi, Deb.
Hey, Deb.
I didn't get the message what you heard from her dad yesterday, but mom's message, Donna, is this trip, this is the enjoyment is up to you. Really, you have all of the things that you need in order to create this. The word keeps coming through, adventure. Make it an adventure. Look at things with this sense of excitement. Ooh, what's going to happen today? Because you are strong. You have the fortitude to meet the challenges that are showing up. But you definitely pay attention, and if you're noticing any dreams, things like that, and you feel like it's your mom or your dad, it is. Say thank you, say hi. But this is one of those things that it's like you really have a lot more power, and they want you to have some adventures, Pamela. They want you to have adventures and enjoy things, or mom does in particular. Thanks, Pamela.
Yeah, when I'm tuning in, the first thing I felt with your mom, Donna, was the back of my head started to kind of tingle and feel like I'm wondering, did she pass of anything to do with her head or a brain, or did she hurt her head? It was just very, it didn't feel awful, but my attention was brought to that. So I just thought I'd mention that. And then I saw her kind of like it was in the 60s or something like that. And she was dressed up in a pink uniform like a waitress and walking around this place with like the old fashioned white apron on this pink uniform and looking at all the babies and then helping people and just being, I don't know if she waited on you a lot or if she was that kind of mom that would just sort of kind of took care of you and took you out in public and people were always cooing at you. I'm not sure who's who in these visions, but I think she just adored you and she adored kind of taking care of you. So Donna, what else do you have to say to Pamela? And don't worry. Okay, that's it. That she's on call for you. Just like you can say, oh, you're the baby. Okay. Yeah. And she and she was saying it's sort of like when you call the waitress over and say, oh, mom, I'd like some more syrup or something like that, that she's going to be there for just any of the littlest things. And is still looking at you like when you were a little kid, like when you were a little baby, and just goggling over you. And let's see, as far as the cards go, I got Archangel Metatron, which is pretty powerful, who's saying, remember who you are. And who you are is kind of the apple of her eye. And that's never going to change. And she's just saying, sending you lots and lots of love. And she's looking after you.
Mm-hmm.
That was beautiful, Joan and Gerald. Amazing. So, Pamela, what I got right away was that your mom, that she was your best friend. And when you said you're the baby, of course, that you guys were like palling around together. And she's just saying how much that you stuck by her and that she stuck by you. I'm not sure if she helped you raise your kids or if she lived with you when she was when you were raising your kids. There's something about that she was really close to you. She could be like on the next street, or just something that she was really close to you, would stay with you for a long time. She's saying you two did a lot together, and she's just saying also that you look a lot like her, that you're a lot like her. And she was just, you were her joy, just like Joan was saying. And you're a really good mom too. She's saying that she's still there and available to help you if you need her, and you can call on her. And she's also just confirming that she has Dad with her. And she does love your sunshine. There is a beautiful, loving way about yourself, that you are just so calm and serene, reassured. There's a beautiful air about you. You just have this kindness about you, have this softness about you, and everybody loves you. You really have this beautiful disposition that she says that you get from her.
Of course, she gets it from Mom.
She's making me send it. Oh God, she's making me send it. Oh, she lived with her. Okay. Oh, and she's saying they were best friends, and that you lived with her, and she said, "Oh my goodness, I look just like her." Well, she's telling me this kindness, and I was feeling it, and she was making me feel it. But then she says, "Oh, and that's what she gets from me too." Oh my gosh! Oh, how sweet!
Love that.
How sweet! How sweet are you, Pamela? And how sweet is your family and your mom and your dad? And thank you so much for coming. And I can feel the love. Did you feel it?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, right in here. So thank you very much. I loved ending up with that beautiful reading. And thank you, Pamela, for letting us, hanging out until the end, so that we could wind up. You're very welcome. She said, thank you all very much. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
So, Gerald, thank you very much, Gerald and Joan, for being here. Gerald, what's coming up for you?
Later today, I have a back and forth with Jamie and Gerald. We have a special guest joining us, and no, I'm not going to tell you who that is. On Thursday, I am reading with Linda de Gonzalez, so that will be fun. And on Friday, I have a polyterology, and then I've got more stuff coming up next week. So like and subscribe, and that way you won't miss anything.
Absolutely. That sounds like so much fun, Gerald. And it's TarotStache is Gerald's YouTube channel. And please do go over and subscribe. You'll get the notifications of when he's going live. He has an amazing variety of educational and really entertaining content. Very I love it. I learn something new from you every day, and I'm honored that you come and do mediumship with us with Joan and I. It's so much fun. We're honored that you come with us. And Joan, thank you for coming. And you're going to be back with us in another week or so.
Yes, I'll probably be off next week, but hope to be back 2 weeks from that now. So yeah, looking forward to it. And thank you, Jean, for having us.
Yes, thank you.
And to everyone for coming and playing with us today.
Yeah.
You're very welcome. It is my pleasure. And I have on my Terry Lee and Terry Renner and myself will be on Friday evening, and it's at 4:30 Friday afternoon, I should say, 4:30 Eastern, and I think that's 1:30 Pacific, and that's here. Oh no, Terry Lee will be hosting, and then I'm also going to have Mark the Spirit Whisperer back on my channel on Saturday. So we hope to see all of you and come back and see us. Thank you, everybody who asked your questions, and anybody that we didn't get to. We're sorry. That we would love to. Maybe we'll do a marathon someday.
Yeah, there you go. Marathons, yay!
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, thank you all very much. Have a wonderful afternoon. Take care. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you enjoy this content, hit like, share, and subscribe. Remember to click the bell to be notified of future videos. Thanks again. Bye.